Very good evening to all of you. I am Minakshi Narula, founder and CEO at Mentoring the Mentors, working as a principal at Shamford Futuristic K-12 School, Aurea. And as I promise, every weekend we bring different sessions for your professional development. And today we also have some special speaker who would be talking about preschool teaching strategies. Preschool, the beginning of the teaching, the learning for all of us. You see, when the little ones they enter the school, I mean, a 3-year-old child, I should say 3-year young child, right, enters the school, and this time they entered the virtual school. Maybe last year, most of the students they could not go to school. The parents also they refused, like the children they won't be able to learn anything on this virtual platform. How these little ones will learn anything on this virtual platform? How that hand holding, how that scaffolding will happen on this virtual platform? So what did we do? Right, and the parents they stayed at home. We tried to convince them, but slowly and gradually when they saw, yes, I mean there would be a lot of, I mean a long learning gap, and that would be very difficult and maybe impossible to recover to. So slowly and gradually the parents they realized, and they also took to the virtual platform to continue the learning journey of their children. Today on this platform we would be discussing, I mean, what can be the various wonderful strategies so that we can engage these little ones, these tiny tots on this online platform? I mean, how we can make it interesting. And it's not like that, I mean, only we have to do use always digital tools, always we have to use AI based tools. No, but through this platform, right, if we want to really transcend our learning, like through the classroom walls, what shall we do? What all strategies we shall adopt so that the children they would be able to connect their learning with the real life? So here, let me share my screen and introduce with you. Like today, we are having with us Miss Sonal Judge. She is specialized in early childhood care and education. She is an expert in child psychology, counseling, and child welfare. So today she is gonna share with all of you about preschool teaching strategies, and not only this, like how teachers' creations can make the classes engaging and enriching, and from just best out of waste. I mean, when we talk about trash to treasure, right? Use your leisure to change trash to treasure. That we'll be learning from Miss Sonal Judge. So without a further ado, like, Sonal ma'am, the platform is all yours. Now I have stopped sharing my screen. You may please go ahead with your screen share, and the platform is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Uh, as we have all seen that during this pandemic, a lot of parents were having, a lot of teachers were having a problem to continue with the on-screen strategies. So many of the parents used to call me that, ma'am, everything is fine. We are listening to the sessions. We are going through the sessions, but still we are not able to implement at home because बाहर जा नहीं सकते हैं, कुछ सामान खरीद नहीं सकते हैं. So and we don't want to waste a lot of money because everyone is going through such a big financial crisis also. They didn't want to spend also a lot. So here I have my years of experiences in adopting to the waste material, converting into strategies. So without wasting a further time, I would like to start with the teaching aids and how you can convert it into a lesson and a curriculum so that it is easier for everyone to adopt to the learning modules. So please go through the teaching aids and write down if you are not clear with anything, and you can post questions after the session in case if you are not having a clarity with anything. So I would like to start my first teaching aid. Just have a glance at it and go through them. This is the pizza base that you eat pizza from. So the cardboard is of very durable quality. So instead of throwing it away, you convert it into a pizza base because children love pizzas. So when you convert these pizzas into a pizza base, here on one part I have converted into alphabets, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, into slices, and the Domino's dots on the other side. So when you give this number activity to the child to see whether the child has picked up numbers or no, you can cut out the slices and numbers. For example, if you're handing over the slices to the child will count the number of dots on the pizza. For example, if it is 1, he will place number 2 on the dots number 2. I hope you're able to see everything, please. Okay. So the pizza slices will be put on the accordingly on the dots given on the pizza base. In the same way, the alphabets also can be done on the other side. Give the child the slices of the alphabets and tell the child to put all the alphabets in sequence. So this is one teaching aid that is made from trash, where foundational literacy and numeracy can be enhanced for the children. Okay. Then we have this butterfly. When you are teaching about the life cycle of a butterfly, you are going to start the child how the butterfly is a small caterpillar. This caterpillar is made from a Pringles chips box. The Pringles chips box that is there, don't throw it away. You can convert it into a caterpillar, and this is converted into a butterfly, a fully grown butterfly. The butterfly is also of a Pringles box, and the ball that is over here is of a gems ball, which we get gems in. So the balls can be used over here, converted into a teaching aid. When you are showing a science concept to the child, the life cycle of a butterfly, these kind of teaching aids are into a story base for the children. Children pick up learning very fast. Okay. Then we have these small bottles. This is of Nimbu's bottle, milk bottle, Amul Cool bottles. So why I have not colored these bottles is when you are giving the child a sorting out of pulses. Because when the child picks up a pulse, for the fine motor muscles of the child to have a firmer grip with a pencil and a crayon, you have to tell the child to pick up a particular pulse, like for example, Rajma or Chole. You have to put it in a particular bottle. The child will identify the pulse from the outside, that is a transparent, and accordingly pick up a particular pulse and put it in their respective bottles. So if you color it, the child will not be able to identify. So keep it transparent so that the child is able to see from the outside and remove a pulse and put it in their respective containers. Here, there is one more concept over here. The cover is big, the cover is small, and here both the covers are equal. So when you are teaching a concept of equal, small, and big, these concepts can be easily merged with teaching. Equal, the same cover is equal, and one is with the big cover and one is with the small cover. So the Nimbus bottle and the transparent bottles can be converted for science concept, to teach opposites, etc. Then you have this shoe box or a plain carton box. This carton box is also used for numeracy skills. What I have done over here is the kulfi sticks that are there. When you eat the kulfi, don't throw away the sticks of the kulfi. The kulfi sticks can be used to teach number skills for the child. Numbers are written on the box or the exterior of the box. The holes are made in the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And tell the child to pick up a number from the flashcard randomly. The number on the flashcard is 4. The child will identify the number 4, take one kulfi stick and put it in the hole from this side and remove it from the other side. Why this activity is very useful is because when you are teaching the number, the child has to concentrate to put the kulfi stick into the hole and remove it from the other side. So this helps in focusing of the child, the finer motor muscles of the eyes get enhanced. So in the same way, all the kulfi sticks can be placed accordingly from one hole to the other using the number concept. Show a flashcard to the child, tell the child to pick up a kulfi stick, put it in their respective hole, remove it from the other side. So these boxes can be used for alphabets also as well as for number skills also. Then I have this Connect 4 game. I hope you all must be having this Connect 4 at homes. So this Connect 4 game is used for the children to show the color concept. For example, one yellow ball, yellow. Then you have this red color. So for example, when you teach color concept to the child, you have to tell the child pick up 2 yellow coins. The child will pick up 2 yellow coins, put it in the hole over here and pick up 2 red coins. So when you're teaching addition to the child will say 2 yellow and 2 red. So 2 plus 2 will give you 4. So the color also will be able to be learned accordingly, and the numbers also, along with the addition and the minus concept, that is the subtraction, because children love these kind of strategies and they pick up learning very fast. Then you have this small thermocol box. The thermocol box is there in the jewelry boxes. Don't throw the jewelry boxes thermocol. Use it as a cake base. When you are showing a birthday concept to the child, for example, we have to celebrate a birthday. So in the class, when you celebrate birthday, you can convert this thermocol box into a cake base. When you color it and show it like this, and you have to make small candles with the toothpicks. The numbers are written on the candles. Tell the child, how old are you? The child will say, I am 6 years old or 8 years old. The child will pick up 1 to 8 all the candles and put it on the cake base over here. So the cake concept for the birthday, the festival, and as well the candles that are there with the number also. So the cake base is used for the number concept as well as for the theme of the birthday party or a birthday concept. In the same way, this is the hotel container. You must be having a lot of hotel containers at home. So convert the hotel containers into a cake base, put a thermocol base over here to show the texture of the cream, because the base is always very soft. So in the same way, I have cut out pictures from old books. When you cut out pictures from the old books, put it on the toothpick, tell the child to identify the picture and say the phonetic sound of the picture. For example, this is W. The child will say W for watch. So in this, when you start giving these activities to the children pick up learning and phonetics very fast, because normally when you start phonetics, the child will not be able to learn fast. Along with the pictures, the child picks up the phonetics also, as well as the identification of the object on the picture and the gamification method to put the objects on the surface of the cake. So the hotel base is converted into a cake, pictures are put on the toothpick, and the child is given the foundational literacy and numeracy concept. Okay. Then we have this. We have this pizza base over here. One more. Here the numbers are written over here. The child has to identify the number of dots on the pizza base. The first one was the dots were there on the pizza base and the numbers were given. Here the numbers are there on the pizza base and the dots are given. The child will count the number of dots on the pizza base and place it according to the specific number shown on the slice. So the slice number game of the pizza base is a very good numeracy activity for the children. The pizza base can be used as a pizza surface. We have this cardboard game over here. The old cardboards of board boxes or something are cut over here, and here I have made it into a circular number motions. So the child has to count the number over here, number of dots on the base, pick out that number of props, for example, candles or kulfi sticks. So like number of ones and tens concept. Here all the numbers and all the dots are given over here. The child has to identify and count the number of dots and pick up the number accordingly. For example, if I'm giving a flashcard to a child, the child will identify the number on the flashcard and count that number of circles on the balls over here. And accordingly, the child will start identifying and counting the numbers with this game method. Here, this is the blackboard texture game. The blackboard texture game is here. All the alphabets are written over here. You have to cut out small alphabet circulars and give it to the child. The child will identify the alphabet, put it on their respective circles. For example, sequencing of all the alphabets. This is the old board game. When you have it at home, can be used as a blackboard for the child. So this is actually a Monopoly game. I have converted into a blackboard over here, so that it's easy for the child to understand the concept of a blackboard also, and as well as a number sequencing and alphabet sequencing also. These are the cardboards. Here I have written only 2-letter words over here. The 2-letter words written over here is A-P-A-T-A-N. What the child has to do is, the child has to pick out a specific number of spoon. For example, this is a wooden spoon which I have painted into a yellow color. I have written P over here. The child has to identify the two-letter word and the letter on the hand, that is the spoon is having a P. This is one. So like for example, P. P says PAT, pet. The child will put P over here. PAT, pet. The old wooden spoons are used for alphabets, and the two-letter words are given over here. The child has to identify the alphabet, put it on their respective two-letter words. When you are introducing three-letter words to the child, always start with the two-letter words. Don't start with three-letter word immediately. For example, AP says app, AT says at. So when you give a child P, the child will pick up the P, put it on a pet, PET, pet. So accordingly, all the alphabet, the child will place all the alphabets and the spoons on their respective two-letter words. So this game also is very good for the child to try to understand the concept of a three-letter word, that is the consonants, when you start introducing the consonants to the child. Here I have converted all the wooden pegs that you get for in food courts and all, color it, put the letters on them, and tell the child to start identifying the letters over here. This is a small alphabetical chart. This is a small alphabetical chart. It is a printout from the laptop. Keep it ready. Keep it as an investment. This is very useful every time when you start introducing the sequencing of the alphabets to the child. The letters are cut out like this. For example, Q. The child will identify the Q word. The child will identify the Q over here and place the Q square on the letter Q. For example, like this. This way, the child will pick up the Q and put it on the respective alphabet. So this way, you can print out so many other charts like this and convert it into a teaching aid. This is the alphabets. Yeah, alphabets, big letter and small letter together. So accordingly, the cards are given to the child. The child has to identify the letter, put it on the respective columns. This is the small letter words. The child will pick up the card, put it on the small letter. In the same way, these are the numbers. The numbers that are used over here. Hand over the cards to the child. Tell the child to identify the number and put it on their respective squares. Okay. This is a small piece of a game from the cardboard box. What I have done over here is there were some insertions over here like this. So why I have used this activity is when children are 3-year-old, they are not able to pick up a pencil and a crayon. So in order to make a firm grip on the pencil and the crayon, you have to give a child a ribbon or a thread or something. Tell the child to put the ribbon and the thread, insert it over here and pull it out from the other side. When you give these activities to the children, the child's fine motor skills are very well developed at the age of 3. So accordingly, the child will remove it here, put it here, again go, put it here. So in the same way, going inside, coming out, going inside and coming out, the fine motor skills of the child are very well developed even at the age of 3, because we need to first focus on the fine motor skills of the child so that by the age of 5 to 6, he is able to have a firmer grip on the pencils. These are some of the community helpers that I have kept ready when you are introducing the child with the community helpers. This is a picture talk for the child. The child has to identify the picture and identify the community helper. The child will say, for example, shopkeeper. So when the child is identifying the shopkeeper, you have come to know, the child knows that a shopkeeper is a person. When we go out to the market, we shop. So accordingly, you can start conversing with the child. That is called as the circle time. The circle time is the interaction with the child, and accordingly, he will start narrating his experiences also. I went to the market, I found a shopkeeper. So in this way, when all the community helpers are converted into a flashback or a chart, the child is able to identify the community helpers. This is the fire brigade concept. Because small children they have never seen a fire brigade concept or something. So print out a small picture, show the child the concept of a fire brigade, what does a fire brigade do and why does it do. So these are some of the pictures that you can show the child the exact functioning of the fire brigade.
Sonal ma'am,
And
Sonal ma'am, sorry to intervene. Can you please lift the picture a little up? Ah, yes.
okay,
Yeah, fine.
okay, okay, this is this. So in the same way, these are some of the precautions to be taken. You have to write it down, explain it to the child. Don't be scared when there is a fire. Never hide. Go inside. Have a plan. If it's smoky, crawl on your knees. See that the basic do's and don'ts for the children. Because unless you show them what are the things that are needed to be done and that are not required, the child will not pick up. Because normally when you converse with the child, कि ऐसा होता है, वैसा होता है, the child will not be able to understand कैसे होता है. So you have to show the child exactly that this is what happens and these are the things what you need to do. These are the apparatus used by the children, by the fire brigade concept. The fire brigade uses fire. This is the fire. This is the extinguisher, the fire truck, the water. Unless you show them these things, the child will not be able to identify in real life. So always keep printouts ready at hand so that it is easier for the children to correlate the reality also. This is the dress of the fire brigade. What does the fire brigade wear? What is the costume like? All the things that he needs to have in his hand handy to take control of the fire. Okay. Here I have made some shapes on a paper. What I have done is I have cut out some shapes over here. When you show a picture to the child like this, the child has to identify the concept of front, middle, and back. So when you show this concept and hand out the shapes to the children, the child will pick up a particular shape and place it accordingly that is shown on the paper. Because this shows the alignment of the child, whether he's able to concentrate or no, whether the child is able to pick up that skill or no. The teacher has shown me the paper. Now I have to arrange the shapes accordingly. So the concept of front, middle, and back can be introduced to the child. Like for example, this is brown. The brown will come like this. Then we have the square. Then we have the triangle, and then we have the circle. So like that, the child will convert and show it to you. That this is the way my teacher has shown. I have to place it like this. Okay. These are the small ice cream sticks.
Yeah, excuse me, ma'am. I guess
Yeah.
some of them they are saying that it's not visible properly.
Not
Maybe
visible?
no. I mean, it is visible. I can see that. I mean, little bit you can lift it up because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is it okay now? Okay. Yeah. So these are the ice cream sticks over here. This is also for the number concept. What I have done over here is I have put the stars on the ice cream sticks and the number on the top. So you must be having a lot of hangers at home which are unused, and you must be having some small paper clips. So hold the paper clip on the ice cream stick. Tell the child to arrange all the ice cream sticks accordingly on the hanger. So count the number of stars, place it accordingly on the hanger, and show the identification and the sequencing of the numbers. So all the ice cream sticks are according to the numbers shown over here. For example, this is number 8. 8 stars are there. Number 3, 3 stars are there. Number 4, 4 stars are there. So the ice cream sticks can be converted for a number concept. These are some of the leftover origami papers or colored papers that are lying unused at home. So don't throw away the papers. Convert them into 3-letter word format. That is BIN, bin. When you're introducing 3-letter word to the children. FIN, fin. PIN, pin. So in the same way, all the papers, unused papers at home can be converted into different shapes and introduced with the 3-letter words for the children. At. Here I have written a sentence, like all the 3-letter words combined in the sentence. The child has to read it. Cat on a mat. So the children will start picking up 3-letter words and the sound of the phonetics also accordingly. This is the 3 little pig story. Is it visible? Please give me a thumbs up. Okay. So this is the three little pig story over here, which has been converted into the house of the pig, the fox and the pig and all that. So the old carton box of a jewelry box is converted to show a brick house over here. Why I've made is because when the wolf huffs and the puffs, the house will not fall off because it is a strong house. In the same way, to show the brittle house, a paper bag has been used over here with the ice cream with the stick house. The pig runs itself to show for the ice cream stick house because when the wolf will huff and puff,
Sonal ma'am, you may adjust the, screen also. Then you need not to lift it up. You may adjust the screen only.
Okay.
So then it will not be difficult
Okay.
for you to.
Okay. So can you see this? This is the ice cream stick, the stick house that is there. Okay. I'll just adjust it on that. Is it perfect now? Perfect.
Yeah, you may show something now so that we can.
Yeah. I've reduced the height now. Is it perfect now? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
So this is the ice cream.
And maybe, if you can keep your screen just a little bit away from you so that it can cover a wider area.
Fine.
Yeah.
So this is the ice cream. Yeah, this is the stick house that is made from the paper bag. So don't throw away the paper bags. The paper bags are used for story and drama. In the same way, this paper bag has been used for a grass house. The pig builds a grass house over here. So when the wolf huffs and the puffs, the house will fall off. So when you're trying to tell a story to the child, you have to actually show them the concept. This is the brick house, this is the grass house, and this is the stick house. And enact the story with the child, how the wolf puffs. And when you puff, the house will fall off. So these resources are used for showing the dramatization of the story. This is a small board game which is being lying unused. What I have done over here is to show the concept of numbers, like color and numbers. When you share a number to a child, the child will identify the number on the flashcard, for example, 2. And you have to tell the child to pick up a color. The child will pick up a color, like for example, 2 yellow. He will put the 2 yellow props over here. 2 yellow props, put it in the hole over here.
Ma'am, actually just wanted to show you like your whatever you are showing now, that is visible like this. If I'm showing like that, only half of the aid is visible. So yes, now it is visible.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me know the other teaching aids were visible or no. So I'll show them again then. Okay. So these are some of the old board game strategies where the props were used for numbers as well as for the color formation. So don't throw away the board games, use it for color and for the number concepts. Okay. Then you have this.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. Could I suggest something, please? I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you that could you please make the screen a bit straighter so that whatever resource you're showing, we are unable to see it completely.
Yeah, yes. Actually, ma'am, just keep your laptop away from you so that, if just like I'm keeping it.
Because
so
I think you're sitting on a lower seat
okay.
And also your screen is a little behind. It's laid behind.
Yeah. Yes, Sunita ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now is it visible? Please tell me.
Ma'am, actually, just I can see the painting also behind actually on the wall. If you can just change, shift the screen like that little bit so that, the focus should be there on the teaching aids. Yeah, better, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the monkey. This is the monkey game that is there. 5 little monkey game. So here the tree is used for teaching the concept of a song. 5 little monkeys sitting on a tree. So the child has to pick up a number of monkeys, show the flashcard to the child. The child can count the number of monkeys and put 5 monkeys on the tree or 7 monkeys on the tree. So while you're singing the song to the child, 5 little monkeys jumping on the tree, the child will pick up 5 monkeys, count the number of monkeys, place them on the tree like this. So this this game is also used for a monkey game for the
I mean,
numbers.
this can be created with the cardboard also, na? A tree
Anything,
and then
but
monkey cutouts and all can
yeah,
be
they can be
hanged.
they can be done. But what happens when you're showing a zoo concept? So that cardboard won't sit with the zoo. You know what I have done is I've used this tree as a zoo model also. The monkey is sitting on the tree in a very random motion. So this gives a very clear concept of a tree. You know what happens.
Another thing is it is lifelong. It
Yeah,
lasts
yeah, yeah.
long.
These are all actually investments. These are investments. These are the old paper plates over here, which has been converted into a weighing scale for a vegetable vendor concept. The old paper plates are used, the old ruler is used over here. When you are introducing a vegetable vendor concept, you have to show the child the actual functioning of a paper plate, enact a drama in the class, tell the children to become a vegetable vendor, and show them the concept of more or less also. Like if you're keeping 2 carrots over here and 3 cucumbers, the concept of more or less also is very easily identifiable when the child is learning something. So the concept of vegetable vendor, along with the concept of more or less, and along with the same, the identification of the vegetables also. The 3-in-1 strategies can be conveyed into one teaching aid.
Here, I would like to add something on. I mean, you are talking about preschool teaching strategies, these aids, and even some of the teachers, they asked me, like, is it useful only for preschool? I said, no, you come here and you can always tweak all those things. I mean, when you have shown this, and this can be done wonderfully as art
Yes.
integrated project,
Correct.
when the children, they have to do it themselves, talking about measurement. When they start learning measurement from right from grade 3, right? And they should start doing all those things and they should develop their own. Like I did in my class, the children, they used a satin ribbon and they prepared their own measuring tape. They measured the things, and this is how we
have to
do art integration.
see what I'm showing over here is these are the strategies which I have adopted 3-in-1 thing, like a concept of vegetable vendor, the concept of more or less over here, and as well as the identification of the vegetables. Because when you are actually performing a skit in the class, tell the children to become vendor, tell the child to become a buyer, and enact a scene of a vegetable vendor. So the child learns to respect the vegetable vendor outside also. So the concept of more or less, the identification of the vegetables, as well as the functioning of the weighing scale also. So it is like when you start these things from preschool onwards, the child will able to pick up the skills very fast when they enter the first standard. Because normally, according to the NEP 20 now, the primary years are from preschool to standard 2 now. So from 3 years to 8 years, these teaching aids can be used according to the lesson plan and the curriculum. So it is not necessary that this is only for preschool. You can adopt it in different ways also. Okay. This is the old Pringles box. The Pringle box, I have given a different color over here. Like for example, brown, orange, green, red, blue, yellow, and purple. So what I have done over here is the child will be shown the game of a color or something. For example, there is a spinner wheel or something. The child will say orange. So on the orange color, the child has to identify the object number. Like for example, orange color is having number 9. The orange color is having number alphabet J. So these kind of jumbled kind of games fused in with the alphabets and the numbers make the child's learning move faster. The identification of the color, the identification of the number, and the identification of the alphabet. So when you play this game or rolling the dice or a different way of concept or something like this. This is the concept of a tortoise. Here the old strawberry boxes are used. The old strawberry box over here, I think you must all be having strawberries at home. So the boxes that are used, don't throw the boxes away. It can be converted into a tortoise. When you show a sea animal, why I've used this? Because to show the shell of the tortoise, you get the exact texture of the shell. So when you show a child, the tortoise has a shell over here. The base can be done with a cutout of a cardboard and the shell can be used from the strawberry container. So to show the sea concept and the amphibian concept over here. This is an aquarium that has been used from the old, not shoe box. This is from the Amazon box. Amazon box. This is from the Amazon box that is there. The Amazon box is used as aquarium effect, and the pictures from old books are cut out and tied down from the string up. A blue gelatin paper is cut over here to show the concept of sea animals. When you're introducing animals to the children, the child will say, okay, the fish lives in water, but he will not be able to correlate it. What kind of the environment is there? When you actually show the aquarium to the child will see many other animals in the sea. Crab is there, lobster is there, other kinds of fishes are there. So cut out the pictures from the old books or old pictures and hung it on the aquarium box, show with the effect of the water with the blue gel paper. And this is also an investment when you use it for the sea animal concept. This is a wall clock. The wall clock is made from the cake base. When you order cake from outside, the base that you get below the cake, don't throw the cake base away, convert it into a wall clock to teach time to the children. Tell the child to identify the time, what is the time now, and place the arrow accordingly. So this way I have converted into like this, show the minutes, the seconds, and the hours. The child will twist accordingly like this in a very flexible motion and tell the child to identify the time, place the minutes arrow hand and the seconds hand. So the cake base is used as a wall clock over here to start introducing time to children from as early as possible. So that when the child grows up, it's not difficult for the child to understand the time concept. This is the housey game. That is the base of the housey game. Here I've used this because the numbers over here are all jumbled. There is no sequencing of numbers over here. So you have to tell the child to go through the jumble maze and pick out a specific number and place that number on the chart over here. So the child starts understanding the numeracy skill, that if I have 17 over here, the child will try to find number 17 over here and place it on the number 17. So the props of the housey can be used to play the number concept and along with the foundational literacy and numeracy skills. This is the shoebox. I hope you can see. This is the shoebox, which has been converted into a doctor's first aid box. The shoebox is over here, and I put all the things for the first aid that I needed to be shown to the child, that what are the first aid immediate requirements that every child should know. For example, we have a Dettol over here. We have the cotton ball over here to wipe away the wound and clean the wound. We have some tablets, for example. Then we have a bandage. If you are hurt or if you are bleeding or something, there is a bandage to wrap around the wound. So the concept of a shoebox for immediate first aid activity for the children. You can play this in the class along with skits and everything. The concept of shoebox over here, along with all the necessary things, the towel and the cotton and the bandages over here. So you can tell the children to play a skit in the class or play a skit at home, that if I fall down, what are you going to do? How are you going to treat me? And who comes to treat you? So the community helper, as well as the use of the first aid box, this is made from a shoebox, the first aid box. You have this old calendars at home which are unused. So when you want to teach the numbers to the child, don't throw away the old calendars. The old calendars can be used for number concept. Flip the cover and start telling the child number 9, number 6. So it is of less effort. You just have to write the number and stick it on the calendar. The child will start identifying the numbers very fast. 6, 4, this way. If there are pages left in the calendar, then this part of the calendar I have used for vowels, A-E-I-O-U vowels. All the words with O words, like for example, O-G, og, O-T, ot, D-O-G, dog, F-O-G, fog, L-O-G, log. The child starts identifying the vowels as well as the consonants and the 3-letter word formation. Write each letter or 2-letter word on a particular paper. Tell the child to keep reading, to infuse the reading skills in the child. The child picks up these words very fast. Use it as a game method. Tell the child to identify the words. Tell the child to start reading the letters. This is the concept of a flower. When the child is small, you need to teach them the concept of a flower. How many parts does a flower have? The stem of flower over here is you get the stirrers in the coffee. You get 2-3 extras. So don't throw away the stirrers. Use it for the stem of a flower. Segregate all the parts together and assemble and give the child all the parts. And tell the child to put all the parts of the flower in sequence. For example, the petals, the stem, and the leaves. The petals, the stem, and the leaves. So when you start introducing the concept of flower, the child starts understanding the parts of the flower. For example, P for petals, L for leaf, and S for stem. These are some of the cake base over here. The cake base over here that can be used for different variety of activities. So don't throw away the cake bases over here. Okay. Then we have this we have this dough game that is there. The dough game is over here, and every container is having a specific color over here. So what the child has to do is the child has to identify the color, and when the child identifies the color, the child has to pick up, for example, if I say the child number 7 and number green, so open the green color. This is for number red. This is for number red. The child will pick up a number of props, put it in the red container, and accordingly, the number concept for the child is also very interesting. The different colors are shown over here. The child has to put specific color props according to the numbers shown or told to the child in their respective containers. I have this. Then we have this kulfi sticks and straws. The kulfi sticks over here. The kulfi sticks over here are used for identification of alphabets. For example, the kulfi sticks is made into candy, the candy floss. The alphabet is shown over here and all the objects are shown over here. The child has to say the letter C. C says car, C says cow, C says cat, and C says for igloo and for the crow. So this way, all the kulfi sticks are made into alphabets, and the child is given all the kulfi sticks, identify the letter, identify the pictures, and convert it into a gamification method. This way. Use the kulfi sticks for candy floss game. Then we have this aluminum rod and the baking sheet rod and a Pringles box. All these are waste resources which can be used for telling the child the size concept. The child has to pick up a ball, for example. The child has to pick up a ball, put it in their respective containers. For example, he will see, does it fit over here? No. Does it fit over here? No. It will fit inside. So accordingly, the child has to put a number of balls in a specific container in the one which is perfectly suited for the ball. This is the small, this is the big, and this is more small. The concept of small and big, along with the number of balls to be put inside this. So these things can be converted into opposites in the number formation, the numeracy skills, and along with the gamification method. So when the child is picking up the ball, putting in the different boxes over here. So the baking sheet, the aluminum foil rod, and the Pringles box converted into a gamification concept along with the number concept and other reading concepts. Then you have this gems balls over here. The gems balls that we get, don't throw the gems balls. Why? Because the balls are of different colors. So when you give the child, the balls, the child has to identify the color. For example, there are two blue colors, one green color. So the gems balls are used for the counting numbers and counting concepts over here. Here I have some concepts for you. Can you please see this? Is it visible? So this is the seasons, the concept of season. You can print out and laminate them and keep it ready as an investment. This is for season when you're explaining the summer season to the child. The summer season over here, how the summer season looks, and all the things that are used for summer season, the kind of clothes that you wear in the summer season, what you eat in the summer season. So accordingly, these things can be given to the child. The rainy season, the animals in the rainy season, the clothes that we wear in the rainy season, and the concept of the rainy season. This is the transportation concept. The land transport, the water transport, and the air transport. You have to show the child land transport and the water transport accordingly on the yeah.
Half an hour it will take to soak.
These are some of
So
the
how to
2-letter and
grind?
3-letter words.
Be hard, no?
Maybe after washing it.
Yes, Sonal ma'am, you may please unmute yourself. I have muted everybody. You may please unmute yourself. Ma'am, unmute yourself. You're on mute.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, these are some of the printouts that are used for the 3-letter words over here. Hand the printouts to the child. Tell the child to start reading this way. The 3-letter words, CAP, CAP, NAP, NAP, GAP, GAP. When you give these things to the children to read in free time, and that is the free time that the child is actually more active, because that is a brain break period for the child. The children always need brain breaks. So these kind of activities, when given to the child, becomes a boredom learning concept. The child never feels bored, you know. The same way 2-letter words over here. All the 2-letter words are here. AM, AN, AS. These are the actions and the emotions. Happy, sad, angry. Show the child the emotion. Tell the child to enact on the online school. If you're showing the child the boy is sad, how are you going to be sad? So the child will identify the expression on the image shown and enact on the class in online. So you will understand the child is able to grasp what I'm saying and to pick up the learning faster. All the emotions are shown over here. This is happy, angry, worried, excited, tired, sad. Sad. Emotions. These are some of the 2-letter words with the formation of the sentences. These are the 3-letter words over here to show the concept of all the 3-letter words. VET, wet, along with the phonetics. When you start introducing the children, JET, jet, NET, net. Concentrate on the first letter of the alphabet always to help the child to enable to hear the sound of the first letter. And that will enable the child to start learning and reading faster. The 3-letter words, all in a sequence. The 80 words, all in a sequence. Okay. This is the old board game, which is a spinner wheel over here. This is a spinner wheel, the arrow and everything. And here, this is also an instrument for the spinner wheel. We have this, number plate over here. So when you tell the child to spin a wheel, the arrow on which the number stops, on the exact number of the arrow, the child would identify the number. For example, it is 5. The arrow stops on 5. The child will pick up 5 color objects and place it on the arrow over here. For example, the arrow stops on number 5, pick up 5 and put it out of this thing. Then we have this cardboard, the Ferrero Rocher container. When you get the chocolate container box from the Ferrero Rocher box, it is with the cavities over there. So use it for sequencing of the beads and identification of the different kind of beads. There are holes made over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this tray over here is used. The tray over here is used as a accumulation for all the props over here. Pick out the props from here, place it on the cavities given on the Ferrero Rocher containers. Then we have this. Cornflakes box over here. The cornflakes box is here. Used for spinner wheel game for the child. The spinner wheel game is very interesting for the children to pick up alphabets, numbers, science concept, all the other aspects of the learning. You have to tell the child to spin a wheel like this. And when the child spins a wheel over here, the arrow on which the color stops, for example, the color stops on a rectangle or triangle. So I will identify the triangle, see the alphabet on the triangle, and see the alphabet on the shape over there. So O says orange and T says triangle. So this way the child will start learning the sounds of the shapes as well as the color recognition also. So this way I have made three spinner wheel here. One is here. The spinner wheel over here, what I have done is sketch, dramatize, and about me, tell me more. Spinner wheel, the child will spin a wheel and add the arrow accordingly where the spinner wheel stops. It is like, for example, action. So you have to tell the child that do any action. The child will say some of the action like jump, catch, bounce, animals. Then here we have the describe. Describe a flower, a fruit, an animal. Here it is over here, the poem. The poem, the child will understand the poem. For example, the teacher says a poem on transport. The child will say the wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round. So accordingly, when you play such games, spinner wheel game, all the concepts are covered over here. Poem, emotion, sketch, dramatize, about me, tell me more, action, and describe. So this is a fun and learn gamification method where all the concepts are fused in the curriculum. Here, this is the spinner wheel of all the alphabets segregated in a very different way. All the alphabets are jumbled. The arrow at which the alphabet stops. For example, this is the place where the arrow stops. J, G, U. It is not written in a very aligned manner. The child has to identify the three-letter word over here. Like he will think and memorize. What is the three-letter word that the teacher has taught me? The teacher has taught me J says jug. So J, U, G, jug. So this way the child will pick up the three-letter word and the jumble formation of the word, because the memory retention will also be there for the child. The teacher has taught me all the three-letter words. I have to identify the letter and place it in a very aligned manner. Like for example, R is up, N is up, and A is down. He will say R, A, N, ran. So the spinner wheel game with the gamification method. These are the numbers. The spinner wheel with the numbers over here. So the conflicts box over here, and a spinner wheel game along with it, like this. Spinner wheel, the arrow where the place stops, identify the color, say the sound of the color, and say the sound of the shape also. For example, C for circle, B for blue color. So the shape, the color, as well as the gamification method, all three together in a one to blend into a learning concept. Here I have some old housing tickets that are not used. The old housing tickets can be used for the teachers. Every child will be given an activity or a card or something. The teacher will call out a number. For example, the teacher has all the housey coins in her hand. The teacher will say, for example, the number 7 and 3 is 73. The child will identify the number 73 on the housey ticket. Do I have 73? So the recognition of the number, the memory retention span of the number, the child will say, yes, the teacher has said number 73. I have 73 on my card, and the child will put a cross on the 73. So when the child starts learning to go to birthday parties on his own, where the number concept is given a play game, the child is able to play housey on his own. So normally what happens, the parents are holding the tickets and the child is not able to understand the number. So start playing these activities from 3 or onwards and infuse the child the gamification method with the numbers over here. These are some of the plastic sheets that I've converted into magnifying glasses. You get those small mithai boxes. The mithai boxes are there, which have a transparent sheet under the cover. So those throw with the transparent part, cut it into a magnifying glass with a wooden spoon. The magnifying glass is very useful to teach the child where are the magnifying glasses used and why it is used. So the magnifying glass blended into teaching can be converted into a board game. 3-letter words are written on the board game. The teacher will call out, for example, BAT, bat. So what the child has to do is, the child has to identify bat, place the magnifying glass on the bat. Place the magnifying glass on the bat, and this way the child will be able to identify the concept of the 3-letter word. These are some of the activities over here. The beginning consonant printouts ready for investment. For example, this is B says ball, B for ball. The consonants introduced in a very accurate manner. B says ball, B says bat, B says ball. The phonetics are introduced in this way. So you can print out these and convert it into a spiral booklet to teach consonants for the children. C for car, C for cow, C for car, and C for cow. So this way the child will be able to understand. All the consonants are in one book. And this is the vowel cards. The vowel and the consonants are separate. The vowel cards over here. A says apple. A, E-I-O-U. Introduction of A, E-I-O-U. E for egg. The vowels and the consonants are always to be taught separately. Don't mix them together. Here I have converted these bottles into colored. You must be having old bangles at home. So the old bangles and the bottles colored, tell the child to pick up a number of, like, for example, 7 flashcards. The child will pick up 7 bangles and arrange the balls in a specific manner, or bottles in a specific manner. Tell the child to throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bangles on the bottle. So the concept of throw also will be able to understand, the playing also, and along with the number also. So it's 7 bangles, 7 concept, and gamification method. Then I have this rabbit story, the tortoise and the rabbit, cutouts. You can either stick them on a kulfi stick, or you can just play them like this on the online with the children. The concept of the hare and the tortoise can be done with the cutouts in the hand. Tortoise. The expressions of the tortoise as the story goes on. The rabbit eating a carrot. You can draw them along with the action and the sequencing of the story and narrate the story as the session goes on. This is the old transparent box which has been used for a memory game for the child. You can either put all the things into this, like, for example, small toys or small props or something in the box, and tell the child to see from the outside what are the things inside. So automatically place the box away. Tell the child to think what the teacher has put in the box. So when you show the box once again to the child will understand that when the teacher had showed me, he will start to identify the objects from the transparent box and tell the memory retention thing that, yeah, teacher has some of the objects in the box. So transparent box can be used for memory game or for other activities also. Then you have this. I have these small cards at home, which is over here. For example, this is sketch it. Okay. Then you have this perform it. Then you have this describe it. So when you hand over these things to the children, for example, when you're playing a game with the child, and automatically the child will play a dice or something, and it automatically stops on a particular number. So for example, the dice stops at number 6. The number 6 says sketch it. So sketch it means either the child will be given to draw an apple, either the child will be given to draw a transport. So sketch it, perform it, and describe it. So these things can be used for gamification as well as for learning also. Then you have this. These flashcards over here. This is for letter O. What is the picture shown over here? The child will identify the picture, identify the letter. O says owl. Same way, we have this. O says octopus. O for octopus. So you can make these flashcards with all the objects and the letters front and the back. Tell the child to flip it over and then again show the letter, identify the letter and say the picture what is there. Here I have used the lids of the bottles. For example, the blue bottle that is there for the Nescafe, it is of a triangular shape. The other shapes are small and big. Don't throw away the lids of the bottles. Don't throw away the lids of the containers. Use them as a concept of color and as well as a number. So this is the cardboard. I have stuck all the lids on the cardboard over here. The child will identify the shape, identify the color, and identify the number also. So for example, he has to pick out a shape of a triangle, like for example, he has to pick out a shape of a triangle. Place the triangle on the triangle over here. So the triangle concept, the circle concept, the size of the big and small, all the covers of the bottles are used for gamification method to teach the concept of big and small color concept. So two things in one game covered together to convert it. Normally, we must have seen children finding it difficult to tie shoelaces also. So what I have done is to help them to learn to tie the shoelace. I have made small cutout of shoes from a pizza base. The pizza base over here is given a shape of a shoe. Holes are made and ribbons or threads are done. You have to tell the child to start putting the thread into a shoe and start practicing to tie the shoelace. Because when the child enters pre-primary and the primary stage, normally the teacher is tying the shoelace or the Didi or the helper is tying. So start giving them these activities in their free time. Tell them to learn the art of tying the shoelace. So by the time the child enters first standard, he is well versed with the concept of tying the shoelace over you. So different colors, different shoes, ribbons, lace and other things. In the same way, when you buy stockings, you get the shape of a shoe size from the stockings. Don't throw away the shape. It is actually the shape of a shoe. So convert it into a shoe. Make holes over here. Tie a shoelace. Tell the child to start learning to tie the shoelace because it is exactly the pattern of the shoe. So this way the child will identify the reality also. I have to learn to tie a shoelace. So in order to buy a cardboard, use these cardboard which you get at home when you buy stuff at home. Then we have this. I have this small butterfly from my daughter's frock, which were not used. So I have used the butterfly motifs from the concept of the butterfly, and the old stockings were used for flowers over here. So to teach the concept of a butterfly, what does a butterfly do? How does a butterfly suck a nectar? You have to actually show the child the butterfly flies on the flower, sucks the nectar, and goes to the other flower. So the flower and the butterfly together for the concept of a butterfly. This is the straw, the motif, and the old stockings converted into flowers. These are some of the currency notes from the Monopoly game. When you want to start instilling financial skills in children from early age. So this is for the number of, like for example, hand over things to the children, 3 rupees and 1 rupee. So the value of currency, value of money starts building when you start playing games of financial skills early from the age. So this way, enact a concept of a vegetable vendor or enact a concept of like going to a shop, hand over the money. When you buy things, you hand over the money. So the financial skills can be developed with the currency notes that are available in the Monopoly game also. So don't throw away the pictures over here. You have this old board box of a board game. Don't throw the cover, convert it into an alphabet chart. What I have done over here is I have given particular number, a particular color. So when you give a child a particular example, the child is given number 6, but there are 2 pink colors, or there is a one, for example, there is a one number. This is number 1. The number 1 is red in color, but actually, if the child will see, the child will accidentally place according to the color over here. But you have to tell the child to identify the number. The child will identify the number, like for example, 1 is here. We will see 1 over here and place it on 1. When you give the color concept, the number concept, convert it into a board game activity, this is very helpful in identification of the colors and the sorting out of the colors also. Because all the numbers are in double colors. So to help the child to understand the concept of colors, this game can be played. Then we have this Pringle box converted into colors. Use it for game concept or throwing the ball concept, the green and the yellow balls together in each other. Then we have this. The sight words, you can call them. When you're introducing the sight words to the child, for example, ME says me, IF says if. Then we have IT says it. IS is. So cut out small cardboards which are unused at home into 2-letter words concept. This is the ice cream stick over here. Ice cream stick converted into a Pokemon creative activity. Here I've used the old folks over here.
Sonal ma'am, please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, ma'am. Unmute yourself.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the old folks over here are used for creative activities. When you want to tell the child to draw a flower or something, you have to paint this folk on the paints and tell the child to press it on the paper. So automatically the shape of a flower will come with the folks over here. So the wooden forks and the spoons can be used for creative crafts and arts activities. That is all. Just give me 1 minute for screen sharing.
Sure, ma'am. Take your time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by the time I was just going through all the comments in the chat box, everybody is just
I hope it is
praising a
impressive.
lot. They all are saying like, ma'am is having khajana, treasure of all the, you see, teaching aids, wonderful teaching aids, and everybody is talking about it. They are thanking you a lot for sharing these resources, and amazing. Certainly, I mean, I love the concept of that reusable worksheets, because I always keep on learning and talking about sustainable development goals. That is, we are not talking about only quality education, SDG 4 today. We are certainly talking about SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, right?
Definitely.
And I mean, we are wasting so many things and we just throw them out and adding on to the garbage, but can be fruitfully converted into so many wonderful resources. Edu games, amazing edu games you are showing. And yeah, you have right to share the screen. You may please go ahead with that.
Yeah, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, please.
And here, by the time ma'am is sharing her screen, I'm just sharing with all of you, like feedback and certificate link will be shared at the end of the session, right? And please do stay till at the end of the session here in this meeting. I mean, I will not be sharing in the WhatsApp group. I will be sharing the link over here only. And you will be getting your certificate tonight when you will be filling the this feedback form. Now somebody is asking till what time? Yeah, we planned it for an hour, but please do stay here maybe for 15 to 20 more minutes. This is because ma'am is going to share with us various teaching strategies. Right now, she has just shared the teaching aids that we can create. Right. I know I have been going through a number of your comments. Everybody is praising a lot, informating, amazing session. And I would like to even tell you before you leave, tomorrow we are having a wonderful session at 5 o'clock same time, and that is for Parlay Ideas, the future of discussion. Amazing digital tool. Please do not miss that session. Right? Yeah. Sonal ma'am, are you ready with your presentation?
Yes. Almost. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, I guess it is. Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Okay. So normally what happens, even I keep attending the sessions. Normally what happens, we always talk about sustainable development goals. We always talk about global crisis. But are we educators actually implementing them or no? हम लोग यहाँ वहाँ बात करते हैं कि इधर कचरा है, उधर कचरा है, और कचरा हम ही फेंक रहे हैं. So if we all educators gather together and use these kind of reusable resources and convert it into teaching aid, ये धरती कितनी जल्दी साफ हो जाएगी. So this is one of the slide, peaceful teaching. That is, why do we need teaching aids? Is we need it for analyzing, solving, and envisioning all the problems of the curriculum. The reasons why every teacher needs is a teaching aid, that is personal professional network. Share your resources and ideas, find great resources, lesson plans and conferences, find round the clock inspiration, learn the latest trends in education, then collaborate globally on projects. These are some of the tools to become an efficient teacher. Before we begin, students don't need a perfect teacher. They need a teacher who gets them excited about learning. A teacher who smiles and makes them enjoy coming to school each and every day. These are some of the activities that I used to conduct. This is for the concept of transportation. For example, a car cutout has been converted into alphabets. Water transport, a boat has been cut out, and for the air transport, the aeroplane has been cut out. So the water transport and the air transport all are having small alphabets, big alphabets, and all one together. And below is the rainy season concept. The children were given a raindrop with a number, and the child has to identify the number and come and stick the raindrop on the rainy season concept. This is the zoo that I had made from an Amazon old box. The Amazon box was converted into a zoo. All the animals that were lying at home were put on the zoo, and the 5 little monkey concept is here for the zoo effect, the aquarium that I showed you. These are some of the activities conducted. The old worksheets over here are used and cut out, done by the children to make a collage in the class. The children feel very happy when their work is stuck in the class, their presentation. This is the Diwali concept. The worksheets were having the diya, and the children had to color the diya, and accordingly we cut the diyas, made a toran in the class for the Diwali concept. These are some of the activities, how to make words fun. Fun way to read and learn. Here the concept of W is introduced by cutting a shape of a watermelon into a W, and all the objects with the letter W are stuck on that slice. So the concept of W in one format converted into a one concept. These are creative activities from a paper plate, the hand printing, and the fingerprinting of the leaves and all. This is the old bottle game that I showed you. The bottles were stuck on the cardboard and old bangles were used. The child has to throw the number of bangles on a particular bottle. So the gamification method, the game method, and the number of bangles to be thrown on the bottles. This is the old box converted into a number. Balls were given and holes were made on the boxes. The child has to pick up a number of balls and put it inside the box over here. These are some of the do-yourself activity charts. The concept learning, stimulate your brain. This is making maths fun. Do it yourself worksheets over here. Brain energizers, daily activities, board game. These are some of the activities that were conducted. This is a story of the lion and a shepherd, where all the children were made the animals and they were told to enact in the class. So the skit formation, the story through dramatization was taking place in the class. The origami activity over here. The Connect 4 game, where the child had to count and connect 4 coins and write a number on the paper. The story of a crocodile and a monkey using the banana, the tree, and the concept of a crocodile. We had no resources in the school. So I had to totally shift my teaching into 360 degrees to whatever it was to accumulate the teaching strategy. This is the concept of addition and subtraction. The transport. This is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The concept was introduced where the community helper was given to the child. The respect to the sweeper was given. When the children finished their tiffin, they had to see that they have to clean their own place. The Didi is not going to clean for you. So the community helper as well as the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, I mean, when the teacher sheds the inhibitions, come down to the level and tell the child that it is no harm in picking a broom and do it for yourself. This is the real way to adopting to the life skills in the school. The concept of a baker, the old bag is used as an oven to show the baking concept. We had no oven, we had nothing. The paper bag was used to show the oven as a bake concept. The fruit chart was here, the concept of the fruits was shown. The fruit chart activity was done in the class so that the children learn to pick up the cooking activity without gas. So the concept of the fruits, the cooking activity, as well as the identification of the fruits and colors. This is the dramatization. This is called a motivational learning. Make sure the process keeps going. The cycle of discovery and learning. Discovery, pleasure, repetition, mastery, and confidence. I never forget when...
Sonal ma'am, you are
Yeah.
sharing your screen. So please do, once you may delete these annotations from your side.
Okay. Is it fine?
Suppose some green lines are visible, somebody has annotated on the screen.
From my side, it's okay. Perfect.
All right, fine.
Yeah. This is the Christmas tree concept where old chart paper was used as a Christmas tree. I didn't want it, people to waste money on real Christmas trees because the whole year as it is, they will be lying unused. So I used the old chart paper, converted into Christmas tree and made a Christmas festive spirit in the class. The palm printing activity for the children. This is a team based and what do you call the Ubuntu? I am because we are a strong message for all generations. When we are united together, we can make a change. The concept over here, learning A to Z. The play-based learning, the concept of a signal over here. The creative activity as well as the concept of a signal. This teaching isn't easy. It's not for everyone. But for those of us who have dedicated our lives to teaching, we know it is our calling. Teaching is what we do best. If a child doesn't know how to read, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to swim, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to multiply, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to drive, we teach. So we keep on teaching and teaching till the child attains learning. This is the school where I was invited as a judge for the art competition. The children are doing the art concept, the other activities of the art. The 11th thing, this is for the parents, the action pointers. Showing is better than telling. Always show children before telling them. Love me, give me hugs and kisses. You can't spoil me with those. Kind and firm discipline. My brain is still developing and so I am slow in learning. But I do want to learn if you patiently and kindly teach me. Be my safe haven. Always be here for me no matter what. Talk with me, don't just talk to me. Hear me, sometimes I just want to be heard without judgment or lecture. Accept who I am. Don't constantly compare me to other kids. Let me play outside a lot. Trust me. Let me make my own decisions on non-safety or health-related things. I couldn't learn to walk without failing. I can't learn to make good decisions without making bad ones. Encourage me. Your praise means so much to me. We have to start instilling this the art of letting the goodness speak, because normally what happened when you start building these skills from early age for the children to be able to adopt to the children who are slow learners, so that when they grow up they will not find differences between slow learners and normal children. So we should instill the art of letting goodness speak for all the children. A sound mind and a body, what kids need before they can fall asleep: their hug, a bedtime story, their favorite teddy bear, a drink of water, one last trip to the bathroom, to know they've used up every last ounce of patience in your body. Self-redirection, the brain is very fast for the children. The self-esteem, higher productivity, higher contentment, all these combined together will lead to happiness. Parenting, this is for the parent. And early childhood educators make the world a better place for children today and shape the future of the world tomorrow. If teaching was so easy that all of the kids did all of their work, paid attention all of the time, and got it right the first time, anyone can do it. Real teaching takes patience, intuition, coaching, and building relationships to help kids with unlimited variables succeed. What makes a successful teacher? The acronym of the teacher is the educator and the caretaker having effective resources. 25 things teachers do differently to become a good teacher. 7 habits of a highly effective teachers. They are extremely thorough and think 2 steps ahead. Freedom of self-thinking and self-study, purposeful experiences. This is the Gokulashtami festival where the children were told to enact a role of a Krishna and all of those kind of story format. Then the concept in session, the emotions and all the children engrossed in the learning concept. This is called as remote learning. Engage children in learning remotely. The life skills, the children picking up the life skill, picking up a broom and cleaning the class. Tell them to come down and start learning these skills from early age. The concept of a vegetable vendor, the children learning the concept of more or less, and building a platform to understand childhood as early years a foundation for little life. When teachers enjoy their work, give room to students to always succeed and take risks. Here the objects were shown to the children. The children had to identify the object and write the first letter of the object on the slates. The school was such, there were no resources, no pencil, no paper, nothing. So I used all these things to help learning take place in the school. This is the table manners, the children learning table habits, folding of a handkerchief, cleaning the class, grooming skills. Constructivist learning, the children engrossed in the library, the circle time in the library, interaction time in the library. That is all. That's all for today. You're mute. You're mute.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, can you stop sharing the screen, please? Yeah,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Actually, you are saying like it's that's all. It's not that's all. It's so much for all of us. And now it is just interaction. If you have any questions, you may ask. Please make sure you please come to the screen. Don't be camera shy. Come on the screen, all of you. I mean, at least we can see each other, right? So please do come on the screen if it is feasible for you, right? So, I mean, amazing, ma'am. Number of things, strategies you have shared, trash to treasure you have shared. We can correlate with sustainable development goals, right? And all 21st century skills when we are talking about creativity, communication, like everything is being developed through educational games, gamification. Right now, we are doing it on virtual platform. I can easily correlate because I have been always been advocating gamification on this digital platform because this is what we have been doing past like more than a year. Like it has been 1.5 years. Like we have been doing this. Talking about wheels of names, you show that one making like with the help of arrow and all. Like and we use Quizlet right now on this platform, and you showed that flashcard. And I could easily correlate with all the digital tools that I've been advocating like past you see many months, and my teachers are already using some of the tools as and when they are doing it. Today also we had extempore in our school, and they use wheel of names so that the children they get their turns, right? And number of things are there when children will be doing things with their own hand, and art integration is there, and hands-on activities, and they learn more when they do, and they will never forget it when they do something with their hands. And amazing. And let me see if we are having any questions. Praise. There is a lot of praise. Okay, informative session, creative session. Feedback form has already been shared with all of you, and I'll just paste once again as well. And yeah, they are saying just amazing, and I couldn't take off my eyes. Mind-blowing session, amazing. So
No, I would just like to share with all the educators. One is we have all been attending so many sessions. They're all narratives. If you see, no one is giving us the tools to implement. They all say that we must do this, we must do that, but are we actually implementing them? So my sessions, whenever I conduct them, they are like you have to actually implement them. This is self-experiential learning for the child and for the teacher on the other side.
Yeah, even Sonal ma'am, I would like to add here what all session we are conducting here on mentoring the mentors. Everybody is sharing the experiences. Even I, whatever I have done as a teacher, like I did project-based learning, inquiry-based learning, and all the images, all that whatever has been done, maybe talking about dignity of labor, maybe you see the gardeners and I mean the community, our helpers, they are coming to the class and they are also talking about their experience experience. That is experiential learning. So on this platform, whatever you will be getting, you will not get just talk show. It is just like, I mean, talking, advising you, suggestions and all. This is all practical. I mean, Sonal ma'am has shared with you what all she has been doing. Like even obviously right now we are on this virtual platform. We are looking forward to reopening of our schools. You know very well, I mean, it has already been requested. Maybe we will be starting with the primary schools opening first, right? Because they have their own stamina, their own immunity and all. So let us see what happens. I mean, obviously, as a parent, we are always worried. We may not agree to send our children, the little ones, to school,
Definitely.
right? And let's see what happens. And we have got loads of things for all of you. And even ma'am was sharing, that was coming to my mind. I was the one who started in my school. I'm talking about, it is 2010, 11. I started with integrated curriculum. I planned for that, and today we are talking about it. I did the same 10 to 11 years ago, wherever I was working. So I will be showing you, even that day we started with that integrated curriculum, how these integrated activities can be planned. The practical one, for example, if we talk about, suppose any grade we can take, primary grade, suppose, because we do number of activities in primary classes. Talking about grade 2 and 3, so I'll be showing you like how these different subjects can be integrated, different activities can be planned, as ma'am has already shown you number of teaching aids too. So number of things that can be done by the students as well. So I have already shared the link also with all of you for WhatsApp group, as well as the feedback link. So here, I would like to thank you, Sonal ma'am, for this amazing
Thank you so
session.
much.
I mean,
Thank you.
everybody has taken benefit out of it. And all of you just would like to share. Now, tomorrow, please do not miss this session. Tomorrow we will be having with us Sumedha Sodhi ma'am, and she would be talking about how to build classroom community. I mean, roundtable conferences on this virtual platform, right? So please, if you want to attend this, you may join the WhatsApp group that I have shared the link with you all, right? And even the same link you will be able to find in the feedback link as well. So any questions, if you have, you are most welcome. Already, I guess somebody was talking about the timing. Maybe you are having some another meeting schedule. Yes, can you please send the feedback attendance link? Yes, I will send it again. So
I think they were all
Good
curiously engrossed. Yes,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
Sangram sir, as usual, you are the first one who will be interacting, but you have to
Yeah.
come on the screen.
Yeah, good evening, Meenakshi ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir.
Such a wonderful
Good evening,
session, ma'am. I would like to say you have really invited a magician of education sector, Sonal ji. She is a
Thank you,
real
thank you,
magician
sir.
of teaching aids.
Thank you.
Thank you for such a wonderful session. It was
Thank you,
really
thank you.
enriching. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Yeah,
Your
see, all
feedback-
of you,
your
I
feedback
know you have been
motivated
doing
me.
I know you have been doing your work also. I mean, we have always been requesting children, come on the screen, turn on your camera. And I'm also requesting, please come on the screen. And those of you who can come very easily, please do come on the screen.
Please come and ask me if anything is there. Please don't feel shy. Be free.
Thank
Come
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
ask
That
me.
was a wonderful session. Loved
Thank
it.
you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. And ma'am, any of your parting remarks, if you want to share, otherwise, let me just quickly see no questions. There are no questions, obviously, ma'am. So you have explained it so very well. Why would they have any questions in their mind? I mean, they must
Hello,
be wondering.
ma'am.
Meenakshi ma'am,
Yes,
because
yes,
you
ma'am.
are insisting, I just
Hello.
came on the screen. Thank you for this wonderful session. It was really very nice, very wonderful, and the aids, the creativity. I was wondering about the creativity which is used. Really amazing. Thank you.
Hello,
This
ma'am.
was the-
Meenakshi
this was
ma'am
the
and Sonal
seventh-
ma'am.
This was
Yes.
the 7th session or 4th session, you can say. And all the teachers, I think I must have educated so many teachers now. I don't know the number now, maybe in lakhs or something now. But it is we educators who can start making a change, unless we start
True,
adopting
true.
this in practical.
Actually,
Sonal ma'am,
we,
Sonal
we
ma'am, it's
are
a
the
treat to
community who
watch
can
you.
help each other to grow. This is what I believe.
Yeah, certainly, ma'am.
Meenakshi
It's a
ma'am and
platform where
Sonal
we-
ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Good
yes, ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Please. Yes, yes, please.
The session was really wonderful, and so many teaching aids we had here. And I was just wondering that how I can use them for the senior classes.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what, ma'am. I want to make it clear over here. These teaching aids are just for idea for you to use them, but how you have to blend it according to your own strategies. You have the Alexa in you. You are the magician. So pull out the magician robes. Wear your magician robe. Wear your thinking caps and infuse them into the teaching aid. There is no
Certainly,
age.
certainly.
Yes.
And
Well said.
Meenakshi
Even
ma'am,
here the
Meenakshi ma'am, I
teachers
think
are
Yes, ma'am. Thank
here
you.
the
Meenakshi ma'am,
teachers
I
are
think these
developing their
teaching
aids.
aids are boundaryless. They don't have any certain boundaries that it can be used for primary section, it can be used for secondary. They are boundaryless. They can be used for any classes.
Yeah, certainly. And actually, the thing is, when we are talking about age-appropriate aids and all age-appropriate things, what you can do here, you are creating for them, and later let your students create for each other. Peer tutoring can be done. Let them do it, and that is actually they are you see application of ideas. So this is how you can use it.
You can call it competency-based learning, project-based learning. These are the skills that we need to infuse now. Yeah.
So yeah, Sonal ma'am, thank you so much for this wonderful session, and looking forward to having you again on our platform.
Definitely.
And thank you so much. And we had
Sonal
our
ma'am.
house full. We
Sonal
had our
ma'am.
house full. All
Meenakshi ma'am.
100 were there. Yes, yes.
मीनाक्षी
Sonal.
मैम, कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मुझे सोनल मैम के घर पे डाका डालना पड़ेगा उनका खजाना लूटने के लिए.
Please, sir, do it, sir. Sir, आपसे बढ़ के आप नहीं करोगे तो कौन करेगा? Please do it. So there is one more session which I conducted, that is about skillogogy. Skillogogy is about skills and pedagogy combined together. We don't need academics. What skills can we as parents and educators do at home to make the child to run life outside of school? Because पढ़ाई तो हमें जॉब देगी, लेकिन जॉब कैसे करना है वो हमें नहीं पता ना.
Right,
so
right.
That is one session that I conducted twice. That is called as skillogogy, the life outside school. So वो एक session है, वो भी बहुत अच्छा है educators के लिए और parents के लिए.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Sangram sir. Actually, I have got another session where I have to
you.
go. I'll be getting late. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Sonal ma'am.
Yeah, Meenakshi ma'am, waiting for the feedback and everything. Do
Sure,
send me.
sure. Yeah, ma'am. Sure, I'll be sharing with you each and everything. Thank you. Thank you, all the
so
participants. Thank you.
God
Have a
bless you.
nice
Thank
day
you.
from Mentoring the Mentors. See you again tomorrow, 5 p.m. And we'll be discussing about parlay ideas. I mean, the future of discussion, talking about roundtable discussion on the online platform. That is very good for the senior grades as well. I mean, in junior grades also you can do the needful, but for the senior grades, that is an amazing tool. Okay, looking forward to.
Thank you.